You think Common Ground is worth a buck? Consider leaving a tip at lptv.org. Lakeland Public Television presents Common Ground, brought to you by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.
Well, my name is Mary Baranian, and I'm a second grade teacher at Solway School. I've been at Solway School for 5 years, but I'm a veteran teacher. I've been 34 years with Bemidji School District. I used to work in talent development in Bemidji School District, and that's how I got to know Cate Belleveau.
Sounds good.
Kate and I got together last summer and we wrote a Region 2 Arts Council grant to do a play with my second grade students.
Come on in, second grade.
And we started rehearsal on Monday and we will be done with the whole play in 9 days.
Perfect.
The play is Pirates Don't Change Diapers, and it's a story written by Melinda Long. And Kate went ahead and asked for permission from Melinda to write it into Reader's Theater. And so she changed it to script form, and she is rehearsing that story with my students.
It has its flag, had a skull and crossbones on it.
I'm Cate Belleveau, and I have the distinct pleasure of working with the students here in Solway School in Miss Mary Baranian's class. She is a huge supporter of creativity, enrichment, and the arts, and so she went ahead and wrote a legacy grant. We were awarded that grant, and it was to let me serve as artist in residency to teach not only a full production, but to try to sneak in whenever I could a lot of theater skills and understandings with little second graders.
When they landed, the head pirate climbed out of the boat and yelled, "Ahoy there, matey!"
I wrote the script that's real student-friendly, and it's based on a book called Pirates Don't Change Diapers by Melinda Long. That part's got to be together. Let's practice it. They will not change a diaper. P.U. So we got permission, and I turned it into a script, and I've used it before with students in theater camps. And it works really great because it's highly funny and highly energetic, and it's perfect because it's a very child-friendly script and just kind of a fun show to put on in a quick period of time. In 9 days, we can put on a production. I think we still need work on the words, though. Wouldn't you agree? Yeah, there's a few places that are weak. So let's keep working on singing, and then we'll add the dancing.
Hello, I'm Anna Larson, and I'm the music teacher at Solway. And we have an exciting week. The second graders are working on a play with Kate.
Not change a diaper. P.U. Toss. Nice.
And Mary Baranian, the teacher. And today in our class we worked on the songs and choreography.
All right, let's get up. I know we still have some words a little weak, but let's get up and do our actions, shall we? I was one of those students in my generation. We were able to do a lot of sports and the arts. It's getting a little bit trickier in the generations now, but when I was young, I was a basketball player, volleyball player, tennis, softball, all those things, but I also had a passion for theater and the arts and did both. Now, we're gonna do I'm Proud Pirate and I'm Dig, you got it. Dig, dig, let's do it again. 1, 2, ready, go. Dig, 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 dig. What comes next? The bubblegum foot. See, it works to call it the bubblegum foot. That bubblegum foot's not moving. Pivoting like a basketball player. Here we go. 1, 2. So I did theater in high school and college, and as an adult I founded the Mask and Rose Women's Theater Collective, and we did that so that women's strong stories could be heard. There's many fascinating women around the planet, and they have substantive and rich lives, and we wanted those stories to be heard. But the secondary mission of Mask and Rose is that we also continue to build up the theater skills of the youth in this region. So we do a lot of large theater productions and theater camps to build up the skills of the kids. Ready, go. Dig, 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 dig. 1, 2, 3, goo. Nice.
I am an arts advocate, and Cate and I both really believe in the arts for everybody. And second graders are so eager and so curious, and it's a perfect age to do a play. Cate and I have a background in gifted and talented education. This is an enrichment piece, but it is terrific for everyone. I believe in teaching children so they discover their strengths, and this is great.
Are there any kids in here that write with their left hand instead of the right hand? Aha, I knew it. This is going to feel really weird, Benjamin and Sophia, because we're going to expect you guys to do opposite of what your body wants you to do. We're going to expect you to put up your right leg and your left arm, and that's going to feel odd to you. So right leg, da, 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 da. Let's keep doing that till it feels comfortable. We're walking the plank, bummer, into the crocodiles. Theater is a fantastic art form. I call it kind of the queen of the art forms because it's very collaborative in nature. You're bringing in visual arts, dance, of course the theater voice, storytelling, playwright. So it's such an amazing gathering of all of the arts in one location. And for young students, what I have always seen happen is their confidence levels grow to find their own voice when they're young and to be able to memorize lines and push towards a level of excellence that builds their confidence. I think when you see people that have been exposed to theater, they have such a sense of presence and confidence in their regular day-to-day lives.
It's really important to give children a voice. And when we put children as the focus, it lets them shine in their individual ways. So it can bring out every child. And it can bring out their kinesthetic or their visual or their musical passions. It can bring out their speaking voices, and it can just enrich their life, but also help them grow into confident and interesting individuals that share their strengths. I'm a believer that it's not what you know, it's what you do with what you know.
We have only been working on the play for 2 days, and it's amazing how I can already see the progress that the students are making individually as well as a group, and you need that teamwork to do something like the project of the play.
Theater equips students, again, with knowing that they are capable of their voice being heard and clearly heard. And then I think the piece that is sort of a byproduct is it isn't, even though you can shine as a star in a theater production, it's still so contingent on collaboration and ensemble work. It's such a gathering of so many talented individuals on the stage and in the background that then they end up knowing what it takes to be something bigger than just themselves. And that builds a level of camaraderie and community that's really important. Fingers together. I'm going to go slow motion and you do it slow motion with me. And if they're bad, they walk the plank, and if they're good, they don't. How'd that look?
We've only been at this for 2 days, so what you're seeing is really new for all of them. But through the year, we've been practicing stage presence. We've done poetry readings. We've read scripts. Every day they have opportunity to use their speaking voice and to be in front of a group of people. And as we put this together with Cate, the joy for me is watching them interact with another positive adult, and kids can't have too many of those. And Cate has so much excellence and experience in teaching and in theater, and she brings with it a freshness and a vivaciousness that is addictive and challenging, and the kids are learning a lot.
The research is there, and I'm an educator by trade. I taught gifted and talented programs for many years in the Catholic school district. Everyone knows, if you go into any research, that when you inculcate arts into a school, if we're looking for levels of academic achievement rising, that is the way that you're going to do it, is to have arts and study of language inculcated into the schools. We're very fortunate in Minnesota because we collectively as a state decided arts and protection of the environment were important, and we dedicated, of course, our legacy funds to do that. And this wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for that collective vision that we need to keep the arts in the schools. So theater, to me, again, it's one of those collaborative things, much like team sports, where it's something above and beyond you. A lot of times with theater, though, we're not just selecting always just a few students. It can be, I've had 60 kids in plays where everyone feels like they're part of the process.
That the students have to integrate their different skills to do a play. It's not just about voice, it's about movement, it's about interacting with a team, it's about sharing the space and having patience. It's about learning something new and taking risks.
Like your pirate face, Sophia. Good. Let's try that one more time. Okay, nice straight line. Facing the audience, what 2 words do we use to get hooked up? And if, right? 1, 2, ready, go. And if they're really, really fine, their goal they get to count. Smile. Good. All right, what's next?
Well, today they had to coordinate their singing with their dancing. And anytime you coordinate your voice with actions, it is difficult. It takes every bit of you to think about the emotions, think about the physicality, thinking about your voice. Are you being heard? Are you remembering the words? Are you singing in key? There's just so much, and they're having fun and doing a terrific job just integrating all the itty-bitty pieces.
Remember, and I stepped out of because I wanted to kind of watch you. What's the thing about the plank? Yes, the lead characters really have to carry the ball, and we're very fortunate. All the kids are talented, but 2 of the students are expected to take their scripts home and work a little bit with their parents. But I'm trying to take that pressure off by spending a lot of time in the classroom as well, drilling their memorization with them. So here we go. 1, 2, ready, bounce. There you go. Get in line, honey. Dig. Sing. I think the biggest joy for me working with young people is to see their confidence level rise. And again, they saw themselves as an individual, which is normal for a child to say, it's just me. But when they rise above just me into something that's bigger than themselves, you'll see it on the faces when they perform that night. There'll be almost a level of ecstasy and a level of just feeling such joy and profound sense of achievement that they worked really hard to get to something that wasn't easy, but that they can be really proud of. So little 2nd graders are capable of that. And I always set the bar that there's bad productions, mediocre productions, and I ask them, do you want a good production? Usually their hands go flying up, and then I go, nope, wrong answer, excellent. And then I try to lay out to them what are kind of the parameters for getting to excellent. And kids will go as far as you set the bar for them. So that's really important to me, that in children's lives, they need to have someone pushing them past mediocrity and pushing them towards excellence. And yes, 2nd graders are capable of excellence. Everyone is. 1, 2, ready, go. And if they're good, so very good, they often will get hyper. Good. 1, 2, ready, go. Yeah.
It's a whole brain activity. And as they practice, it feels clumsy. They feel unsure. Am I going to remember this? The more they practice, the more they correct, the more they change what they're doing and get in sync with everybody else, it all becomes integrated and will become second nature. So when they do the performance, there's probably not a whole lot of thinking because it becomes natural. But during the practice stage, I have to try it again, I have to try it again, and just having the patience to do that is really an important skill.
What the viewers may not know is that Mary wrote the grant, and sometimes even with arts people, there's a misunderstanding that little people, young people, don't need arts enrichment in their lives. And I mainly work with adults and teenagers in my theater world, but I do so strongly believe that young people exposed to this, it can be life-changing. When you put an artist in residency in a school, I know my husband is a sculptor, has gone into schools, and I have as well. And when that spark is the one that gives a child a vision of what they want to be or what they want to strive for, that can be life-changing. You can be the one person who makes them strive for something they didn't even know was out there. So that's the thing I like people to know, is young people need exposure to the arts as well.
Our ship ran aground on a coral reef.
There is no learning without risk-taking. You have to step it up. You have to try things you thought you could never do. And even from day one, when we had a few reluctant learners and they were being very bashful and they were thinking that in their mind they couldn't do this, already I've seen them trying and really, really taking a liking and an interest to the process. The grant is the Arts and Cultural Heritage Grant, and this activity is made possible by the voters of Minnesota through grants from the Region 2 Arts Council, thanks to a legislative appropriation from the Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. It's because of all Minnesotans that we have this money available. Also, First National Bank of Bemidji, they gave us the seed money and believed from the get-go. Solway School Principal Tammy Wesley has been very instrumental in supporting creativity. Karen Bradley, musician and retired teacher, she has just been on board from the beginning as well. The Solway PTO also gave us seed money. I tried, I didn't get the grant, and so this winter I rewrote it and resubmitted it, and the thing I had to sell was second graders, yes, can do a play. It's important at a young age to have students work with many, many positive people, not just the teachers or parents in their lives. So we got the grant, and right away, oh my gosh, it's just been so lively and energizing.
Strength, spinach, ability.
This is all about team building. My class is a team, and each child is a vital, important part of the production. It's a win-win for everybody. Hard work is how we get our confidence. If it's not hard, we won't get as much confidence. And it's really teaching them a lot about perseverance and patience and sharing the stage.
If you have an idea for a Common Ground piece that pertains to North Central Minnesota, email us at legacy@lptv.org or call us 218-333-3022. To view any episode of Common Ground online, visit us at lptv.org. To order individual segments or entire episodes of Common Ground, please call 218-333-3020. Common Ground is brought to you by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund with money from the vote of the people on the 4th of November, 2008.